which anything's possible when it's my computer, right? And we are live now because, hey, it's the time. It's the place. Say it with me now. It's Monday. It's 8 o'clock. And if it's Monday at 8 o'clock, then it's Mighty Monkeys, Nerd World News. And I'm your host, Charlton Heston. I never know what name I'm going to use until suddenly I'm saying a name. That's just one of those things that works out that really, really well. Hi, guys. We are unfortunately Dan-less tonight. He's just not up to it. So we send a lot of love. He's going through a lot with the cancer treatments. And tonight has just not been a good night for Dan. But, hey, he's snuggled in. He's under an electric blanket. He's chilling out, literally, unfortunately. And we are here to bring you the very best in what entertainment we could find in the past 20 minutes. Work 15. With me on that one. With me, as always, is my surly human sidekick, James Irish. How you doing, James?
Hanging in there as best I can, buddy. I hope you're doing the same.
As always. And the ladies in the dance studio, the dancing divas themselves, Miss Tanya Metris and Milady Ann Liebig, the comic chicks. So, friends, family, and Douglas, happy birthday, Douglas Bose, by the way. Hey, Peter, good to see you, man. I hope all is well in your end of the world. All right, I got to find my little slate of stories here. We're going to jump right into the top story of the day. This was just released about 4 hours ago. Warner Brothers is saying no. DCEU Snyderverse future plans after the Justice League. This is kind of like they've been going back and forth on this one. Warner Media CEO Ann Sarnoff confirms that there are no plans to continue with the Snyderverse after Zack Snyder's Justice League. The DCEU has been in turmoil for some years now, culminating in the release of the theatrical version of Justice League in 2017. Fan campaigns and critical reactions to that film prompted WB to let Snyder restore his original version of the 2017 film after he departed the project during post-production. The film's 4-hour cut was released on HBO Max this past week, and fans were hoping that this would be a new beginning for the DC Extended Universe. The Release the Snyder Cut movement that helped Snyder restore his vision morphed into something else entirely in the months leading up to the film's release. Excuse me. Fans on social media called for the restoration of the Snyderverse in its total, hoping that the WB would allow Snyder to continue working within the DCEU and complete the story he began telling in 2013's Man of Steel. The movement already seems like a long shot, but so too did the Snyder Cut at one point, prompting many fans to hold out hope that the rapturous response to Zack Snyder's Justice League could encourage the studio to reconsider. But at this time, it's not looking like that's going to happen. But, as always, anything is possible in comic book land. The dead rising from the grave is but a mere plot point along the way. So, with that being said, hey, I painted my walls. Yes, I did. The home office, the beloved main studio of Nerd World News is beginning its transformation in earnest. I have to start hanging up some pictures. I don't mean this to be like an accidental advertisement, but I started using these to try and hang up my autograph pictures, and they ain't worth a damn, so I got to find something different. So Scotch Company, 3M, come on, what you doing to me, guys? You were local, what the hell? You're supposed to help a guy out, but you didn't. My stuff is just falling off the walls like raindrops, tears in the rain. Just saying, falling like tears in the rain. I'm going to stop talking now because there is a dance studio on the east side of this beloved city of ours, and there are two young ladies of major repute, not ill, but major, and they have some presentation for you this evening. So guys, before you start tapping your happy little asses off, TikTok leggings and all, guess what we've got right now? It's time for Comic Chicks.
Chris, quick question.
Yes, dear.
Did you actually follow the directions for that Scotch mounting things? Because I think you have to like stick them to the wall for 24 hours before you put anything on it. Yeah, I thought so.
I did it too.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So follow the directions first. But we've got a couple comics for us tonight. We've got four. Detective Comics 1034. The Battle for Gotham Begins / Demon or Detective Part 2. Ooh. DC future state may be over, but the present looks tense. With the loss of his fortune and manor, the election of Mayor Nakano, and the growing anti-vigilante sentiment in Gotham, Bruce Wayne must rethink how to be Batman, or risk being left behind by his own city. To make matters worse, a catastrophic crime wave has taken hold of the city, culminating in a murder mystery that hits close to home. The suspects mount, the clues multiply, and the trail of bodies hasn't ended yet. Eisner Award-winning writer Mariko Tamaki and superstar artist Dan Mora begin an exciting, surprising, and death-defying new chapter of Detective Comics. Plus, in the second and concluding chapter of Damon or Detective, Damian Wayne meets a startling new faction of his family's checkered past. But what about the League of Lazarus?
Ooh. Okay, Amazing Spider-Man number 62, King's Ransom Part 2. New costume debut. Get your cosplay ready. There's a new costume for Spider-Man.
Woo woo!
Kingpin makes it personal with Peter Parker, and the New York City itself will pay the price. And another fuse lit more than 30 issues ago reaches its explosive destination. Ooh. Okay, and Once and Future number 17 from Boom Comics. A standoff between Duncan, Galahad, and Lancelot is all that prevents the other world and our world from colliding. But only one of them can be the greatest knight, and Duncan better hope it's him. And of course, there's a dragon.
Dragons. There be dragons here.
We're going to have to read that one. They be dragons.
Chris, yay.
A dragon. A dragon.
Dragons think crunchy, and we taste good with ketchup. Okay, Teen Titans Academy number 1. Welcome to Teen Titans Academy. Packed with both new superpowered teens and numerous dark secrets, Teen Titans Academy student body includes Shazam and a new Australian speeder, a trio of goth teen expatriates obsessed with Batman, and one member of this first class will become the Deadly Red X. Original new Teen Titans, including Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, Cyborg, and Beast Boy, take on roles of teachers and mentors for superpowered teams. Their goal? To shape the next generation of heroes.
Woo-hoo!
I actually want to read that one.
Oh, because it's a teacher involved?
No,
Have you read
because
Runaways yet?
Sure.
Oh.
Sure. So on that note, no comic chicks this week, but we'll do comic chicks the first week of April. And please, please, please join us. We tried to give away stuff last week and we didn't get very far with that
We
because
have Grogu's to give away.
I know no one said hi until like well after we were done and ended and it was on the repeat. So if you guys want Grogu's and stuff and little Legos and things like that, join us and say hi. That's all you have to do is say hi.
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 So I
Doesn't
gotta
work
go-
for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just
So-
gonna go. I'm gonna order Chinese. Have me some Grogu Gaipan.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Goodbye, Tanya.
Goodbye, Christopher. Goodbye.
We love you guys.
Love you too. Bye.
I'm gonna pay for that later.
Oh, yes, you are.
In the immortal words of just about everybody else, worth it. Walter is on board. How you doing, Walter? Good to see you, man. It's been a little while. Hope all is well with you and the gang at home front. All right, so where was I? Oh, yes, Barcelona. Okay, moving on. As usual, so tonight is Nerd World News. Tomorrow is Blog Day, and that would be on our patreon.com/FC3ROC. Look for our link tree on Twitter. Anyway, moving on. Chris, you need a TARDIS wall decal on your wall. They are on Amazon. Nope, I don't. I refuse to have a TARDIS decal on my wall because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 TARDISes in the room already. So I have a Lego one over here. I'll show you that later. I got this one, which is on it's a pencil cap top, and I've got a minifig one for my D&D table. And then there's a USB hub in the back. I'm in good shape right there. Hi, John. Good to see you, man. All right. So patreon.com/FC3ROC. You can sponsor us. If you actually like what we're doing, please say you like us, please. We're like Sally Fields. You like us. You really like us. Hope for the best on that one. But every week you get to see a gaming blog written none other than by the man himself to my, where am I on the screen right now? To your left or right? It doesn't matter. All right. I'm ambidextrous at this point. Plus my pin. Yes, there it is, right? Right, no, I can't get this right. Where is it? It's there. Jesus, I don't get this mirror image stuff very well. James, my friend, take it away. Tell us what you got going on the blog this week.
Oh, on the blog tomorrow, in addition to finally posting the Joust retrospective that I had ready but could not post due to medical difficulties last week, we're going to be looking at the nominees for the Strong Museum's Video Game Hall of Fame induction this year.
Cool.
These include 80s racing favorite Pole Position, the rhythm game sensation Guitar Hero, all-time favorite real-time strategy game StarCraft, and the recently omnipresent Animal Crossing.
Ooh.
There's 12 games in all that have a chance to join the Hall of Fame's roll call, and I will be breaking down what makes each one unique and special, and what I think their odds of making it in are. I'm no expert, but I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
There you go.
Now, if you want experts, then tune into Gaming Street Irregulars on Thursday, where Christy and I will be talking with fighting game enthusiasts who go by the fanciful names of Hurricane Kitten and Dabalicious.
Oh, I like it.
We'll not only talk about their experience with competitive play in the world of digital pugilism, but also their favorite series, the crossover mega hit Marvel vs. Capcom. From what that series did so well to how the most recent game went over like the proverbial lead balloon, it's a wonderfully fun conversation with this husband and wife duo. Chris, any questions?
I'm in good shape right now. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it as always.
Thank you.
I'm going to try to, I can't do this as well as Dan does, but I'm learning. Little by little, I'm learning. And Dan even puts in his 2 cents in. The medical adventures of the Mighty Monkey Crew coming soon. Help us, Obi-Wan. Help us. All right. So moving back to the storyboard at hand. Hang on. Would you stop, Juno? All right. Survivor Season 41 has entered production. Survivor is back in production as the show begins filming Season 41. Host Jeff Probst revealed. Premiering back in the year 2000, the reality competition show became an instant phenomenon. It follows groups of people stranded together on an island where they compete in tribes and challenges while voting each other out for $1 million prize. Since season 33, the show has shot on locations in the island of Fiji. After airing its celebratory 40th season featuring all previous winners, the upcoming season of Survivor was delayed due to the worldwide COVID-19 pandemic. Survivor is one of the most challenging shows to shoot due to its high production, and viewers have been waiting for it to start production once again. Now, in a recent Twitter post, Probst, who has hosted Survivor since its inception, has proudly exclaimed that the show will be going back into production in Fiji for season 41. Probst also states that the show is adhering to all protocols to ensure the safety of the players and the crew. With Survivor going back into production now, viewers can presume the season will air during the fall. Probst's full video can be seen on his Twitter feed. He is at Jeff Probst, so pretty easy to find him at this point. And then moving on, back to the comments section, 41. Yeah, seriously, they do 2 seasons a year. So it's like, one spring, one fall, and like Dancing with the Stars. So yeah, season 41, that's kind of amazing right there. With that being said, I am going to announce that the Mighty Monkey podcast series, Monkey Business, is going into season 57. Just because I can say that, I'm the host. I can do that and get away with it. I don't have to justify my actions to anybody. Except myself. I'll probably drink heavily for that later. Keanu Reeves' Berserker comic book gets live-action movie and an anime show at Netflix. Keanu Reeves' Berserker, which is spelled B-R-Z-R-K-R. You got to work with that one. Keanu Reeves' Berserker comic will be adapted for both a live-action feature film and an anime series at Netflix. The comic, written by Reeves and Matt Kint, and illustrated by Ron Garney, launched its first issue of a 12-issue limited run on March 3rd. It seems that Berserker will now be spun out into a much larger multimedia franchise. Published by Boom Studios, Berserker follows the violent escapades of B, an immortal warrior cursed to battle across Earth for 80,000 years, eventually becoming an agent of the United States government. Reeves convinced All right, I'm going to try to start this particular sentence over again. Reeves conceived the original idea for the story, and the character of B is visually based on him. In many ways, Berserker seems to carry the same unstoppable action hero motifs Reeves has become famous for since John Wick, only onto the comics page instead of the cinematic screen. So look for that. As I said, the first issue came out March 3rd. Look for it in your local comic book shops. And when we find out when it's going to be showing up on Netflix, we'll definitely let you know what those dates are. Dan goes on to say, it's weird just watching you. I'll hopefully be back on board next week. Absolutely. We miss you, brother. We miss you. Oh, speaking of Dan and me back on the board, if Dan's body is letting him do it, then this coming Friday evening will be the very first episode of Dan and Chris Save the World live. We will be on StreamYards broadcasting to our Facebook, our Twitch stream, our YouTube channel. So it'll be episode 4 of Dan and Chris Save the World, but it's going to be our first one where we actually are live and able to hang out with you. So while the two of us are just chatting and conversing and solving all the world's problems, we'll be right there with you, answering questions and bringing you in to the conversation. And he's making the comment at the same time. So 2 great minds, same great channel. There you have it. All right. I have got all of my stories out of the way. James, you had something sneaking around in the background. If you can help me out with that one, I'd appreciate it.
I do indeed. As a follow-up to our lead story, even though the fate of Zack Snyder's vision may be up in the air for DC movies, we do know One Direction is starting to take shape for one of its freshest female faces. Emerald Fennell is having a tremendous year, according to the article on Nerdist I found leading me to the story. The filmmaker and actress not only starred in the wildly critically acclaimed latest season of The Crown, but she also wrote and directed one of 2020's hottest films, Promising Young Woman. Oh, and she's a former showrunner on Killing Eve. At just 35, she already has one of the most envious careers in Hollywood, and it's about to get even more impressive, because according to Variety, Fennell will pen DC Films' upcoming Zatanna movie.
Oh, cool.
The film, from Warner Brothers and J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Productions, will focus on the eponymous comics character, Zatanna Zatara. She's a superhero and stage magician, and the daughter of Giovanni, quote-unquote, John Zatara. She's one of the most powerful sorceresses in the DC universe, and generally considered to be their company's lighter and more fanciful counterpart to Marvel's Scarlet Witch. She's also known for involvement in the Justice League, though she's yet to appear in any live-action DC film. The character was last seen in live action, played on the TV series Smallville by Serinda Swan. There's no word on the casting for this Zatanna yet, although we're sure the fan casts are imminent. If it were up to me and she didn't want to be typecast after Wizards of Waverly Place, I'd be looking at Selena Gomez.
You know what? That's not a bad choice at all. Selena Gomez for Zatanna, I can definitely see that. Oh, hey, we have a guest star. She's here. The inimitable Miss Juno. Say hi, everybody. Hello. I thought Zatanna was going to be a mini-series. Douglas is saying Zatanna thought it was going to be a mini-series. Do you have any information on that at the moment off your reading?
Unfortunately, no. I also do not know who is currently going to be directing or why there was this apparent change. But this looks like it's going to feature. So,
all right. Well, this fits under our usual auspices of, as we learn things, we will definitely share them with you guys so you know what we know. All right, on your way. Go. Holy dog here, Batman. All right. Peter asked a great question. What time on Friday? That's going to be up to Dan and me. I think it's going to be probably around 7:30, so somewhere between 7 and 8. We will agree on that time frame, and we will let you guys know. We will start posting that to our Facebook probably sometime in the next 24 hours. We'll get that out there. Unless Dan wants to jump into the chat real quick and throw his 2 cents in on that one. And yes, it was a puppy sighting. All right. This is the time when we actually start talking about happy birthday time. There would be a cool graphic right about here. Okay, right here. Actually, right about here. We'll schedule it ahead of time. Yeah. But I suck at graphics, so we're gonna work on that. So today, Monday, March 22nd, 2021, we say happy birthday to Captain Kirk himself. William Shatner turned 90 years old today. Man does not look a day over, like, what, 50, 60? Also, Miss Reese Witherspoon is not without her spoon today. She is actually having some ice cream with her cake. And so happy birthday, Reese. Constance Wu is also celebrating a trip around the sun. And comedian Keegan Michael Key. There we go. Happy birthday. Thanks, James. James, man, I'm telling you, I can depend on you. That's awesome. Tuesday, March 23rd, we say happy birthday to blogger Perez Hilton, comedian Russell Howard, and everybody's favorite FBI agent in the MCU, Jimmy, played by Randall Park. Happy birthday, Randall. On Wednesday, the 24th, we say happy birthday to Peyton Manning, Jim Parsons, WWE's The Undertaker, and my crush throughout most of the 90s, Miss Allison Hannigan. All right, on Thursday, the 25th, we say happy birthday to actor Lee Pace, Ali Michalka, and the legendary rock star himself, Elton John. On Friday, March 26th, happy birthday, Diana Ross. Happy birthday, Steven Tyler. Happy birthday, Keira Knightley. And happy birthday to the late, great man himself, Leonard Nimoy. Live long and prosper indeed. And on Saturday, we're going to say happy birthday to Nathan Fillion, oh, Captain, my Captain, Polly Perrette, and the most off-kilter director we will ever have a chance to meet, and that will be Quentin Tarantino. Rounding off the week will be Sunday, the 28th. Happy birthday, Reba McEntire, Vince Vaughn, comedian Nick Frost, and the Lady of the Monsters herself, Lady Gaga. If it is your birthday this week, for instance, our buddy Douglas Bose is having a birthday today, for among other people. But if you're having a birthday this week, happy birthday. I hope you have a great one. Hope you're able to celebrate it with some friends and family. So, my friends, for James, for the Comic Chicks, and myself, we say, hey, Dan, we hope you're feeling better soon. We miss you because our show sucks without you, brother. Hey, you guys, the rest of you, have a great week. Have a safe week. And we will talk to you again next week.
Good night, everybody.